Appendix, supplementary content. What is an appendix? Well, first of all, an appendix may also be called appendices if there is more than one of them. And no, I'm not talking about your body part. It's not that appendix. An appendix in a book is supplementary content that adds value to your topic, but it's not essential for the main narrative or the main argument within the body of your book. So the book can stand alone without this content, but this is supplementary content that can just support your view, just give more information, so it can be very helpful. The appendix will typically come immediately after the last chapter or right after the conclusion or next steps page. Because this is related to your topic and it's additional information for the topic of your book, you want it to be easily accessible and one of the first items after the end of the last chapter. So you can, I would say put it after your conclusion page if you have a conclusion page. If you're using a next steps page, it depends on how you're using that. You might want to put it before the next steps page. Just depends if you're combining those two pages or whatever, but somewhere in that vicinity. You may reference them in the body of your book with letters such as, or numbers, such as see Appendix A, Foods to Avoid List, or see Appendix 1, Foods to Avoid List. Whatever it is that you want to give it a title because you're going to list it in your appendix, and then give it either a number or a letter and a title. And then that way you can reference it in your book, and then they'll know that they can go to the back of the book and find that additional information. So are some examples of what you might find in an appendix: charts, tables, maps, interview notes, photographs, letters or correspondence, surveys, questions, calculations, raw data, anything that can support your topic. Action steps are to think about what you have for content in your book. Do you have additional content that would support your book that you would like to give to your reader, but not in the main body of your book? Is this something that you would like to add to an appendix? Appendix is not a required page in your book. In fact, I would say probably most nonfiction authors don't use an appendix. It depends on the type of book, what genre, what the topic is. But most probably don't use it, but you can use it. I mean, there's still several that do use it. Really, I think it's more about the topic, what type of topic you're writing. So you can put it in the appendix, or you could use it as a lead magnet. You can watch the video in this module about lead magnets and how to use them, so I won't go into that here. But you can use that as a free thing to hand out to them, or you can put it in an appendix. That's up to you. So give some thought to that. If there is anything that you would want to give your reader in addition to what you have in the main body of the book, and then how do you want to give that to them?